Hey everyone, Trevor here. I'm a licensed mental health counselor, and today I wanted to discuss a topic that affects all counselors, whether you're a counselor in training, a limited license counselor, or a fully licensed counselor. In this video, I will be speaking mostly from a counselor in training and limited license counselor perspective. Now, getting down to the topic at hand, I want to try to answer the question, how do I choose the right supervisor? As a counselor, you will require supervision in at least 2 of the 3 phases throughout your career, both as a counselor in training and as a limited license counselor. Let me explain this a bit further. As a counselor in training, you are a student and will need to complete a required 100-hour practicum, a 600-hour internship, and 3 hours of weekly supervision prior to graduation, as put forth by KCREP. For prospective students and counselors in training, I discussed this in a bit more detail in my video, How to Become a Licensed Mental Health Counselor. You can find the link below. For practicum and internship, you will get to choose your own clinical placement, therefore will likely have the chance to choose between multiple supervisors. As a limited licensed counselor, you will also be required to complete a certain amount of clinical hours and 100 hours of post-licensure supervision. Again, I discussed this in a little bit more detail in my video, How to Become a Licensed Mental Health Counselor. The main difference in supervision here is going to be dependent on where you can get a job. Hopefully you will have the opportunity for good supervision wherever you land. With that being said, let's talk more about what good supervision looks like and how you can choose a supervisor that is the right fit for you. Now this is going to look different depending on what your needs for supervision are, so I am going to provide some generalized advice while also referencing anecdotal evidence. I consider myself lucky because I learned very quickly what I didn't want or need from supervision. Conversely, I learned very quickly what I want and need from supervision, such as having similar theoretical orientations, egalitarianism, differences in lived experiences, and cultural backgrounds, and also the cost of supervision. Taking these points into consideration will help you choose the right supervisor and help you grow into a great counselor. As a limited licensed counselor, you are beginning to build your practice and have likely identified a theoretical orientation and several therapy modalities to help treat clients. Having a supervisor with experience similar to yours in this regard will help you further develop your skills in your desired areas of expertise. Another important factor to have in supervision is egalitarianism. For me, as it relates to counseling and supervision, egalitarianism means that the relationship is equal, collaborative, and authentic. Early on as a licensed counselor, I was paired with a supervisor whose style was contradictory to an egalitarian approach, and they provided a structured, rigid, and an expert over collaborative supervision style. I felt like I dodged a bullet because this supervisor ended up leaving the practice. I was really not looking forward to working with this supervisor because I didn't feel like their supervision style was a best fit for my professional needs. That's not to say that this kind of supervision style would not work for you, though. Another factor to have in supervision that will help your professional development as a counselor is having a supervisor with differences in lived experiences and cultural backgrounds. As a white male, I have rarely, if ever, been subjugated to sexism, racism, prejudice, or xenophobia, and with my privilege, I have crafted a certain viewpoint of the world. In my case, it would be beneficial to have a supervisor who is a woman, who is black, of a different religious background, or part of the LGBTQ+ community. This helps to ensure that I expose myself to the differences in lived experiences by others and helps make me a more effective counselor by understanding differing worldviews. Lastly, and specifically for newly licensed counselors, you should consider the cost of supervision while looking for a job. This shouldn't be a factor that takes in the entire weight of your decision when selecting a supervisor, but you shouldn't have to struggle to meet your hours because of it either. I have come across several options for payments, such as supervision being provided by your employee at no cost, being included as part of your split in private practice, or paying weekly through private practice or independent supervision. Selecting a supervisor is one of the most important decisions you will make as a new counselor, and I hope this video is helpful, not only in determining your needs for supervision, but on how to choose the right supervisor to meet those needs. In the future, when I obtain my full licensure, I will develop a video on the need for continuing supervision, even when you don't technically need it. For now, I just want to say thank you to everyone for watching this video. Don't forget to like so I know what you like, comment to express feedback, share to someone who could benefit, and ring the bell to receive notifications for future videos. Bye.